The Title I Component Plan is a blueprint that outlines how a school will improve the academic achievement for all students based on the Comprehensive Needs Assessment. The Needs Assessment must address the following: meaningful school-wide reform strategies, parent and family engagement activities, and the coordination of local, state, and federal funds. The Title I Component Plan under the No Child Left Behind Act consisted of 10 components. Now, under Every Student Succeeds Act, the 10 components have been condensed to 4. The 4 components are comprehensive needs assessment, school-wide reform strategy, parent and family engagement, and the coordination of local, state, and federal services.
So in writing your Title I component plan, there are 4 components that a school must address in order to show how they are effectively implementing a Title I program. The first component is the comprehensive needs assessment. This component takes into account the academic achievement of all students in the school, especially those student groups that are failing to meet those academic state standards. When writing the comprehensive needs assessment in the Title I component plan, there are certain data points that a school should address. One of those data points are to look at an array of qualitative and quantitative data findings. Based upon the analysis of these data findings, schools want to zone down in terms of what are the students' strengths, what are their challenges, what are their needs, what are the contributing factors for those data findings. Schools also want to consider how are they going to bring in teachers to analyze the data on an ongoing basis, as well as what intervention programs are needed to address those student groups that are not meeting state academic standards. Component number 2 we call school-wide reform strategies. This component is based on the data results from component number 1. When schools address their school-wide reform strategies, they want to provide a description of how the reform strategy increases the quality as well as the quantity of instruction. Schools also want to provide a description of how the reform strategies align to their needs assessment. Other data points to include are what type of professional development activities must be addressed to build the capacity of teachers in the building. What are the transition activities that would help students go from one level to the next, as well as what are those intervention programs needed to help those students who are not meeting academic standards. Component number 3, parent and family engagement. Parent and family engagement is a very important component within the Title I component plan. This component wants to ensure that all stakeholders in the school are involved in decision-making processes. So when addressing component number 3, a school must include a description of how the parent, families, and community members will be involved in developing the component plan. The school also must include a description of how their teachers, principals, and other school staff should be involved in the development of the Title I component plan. And last but not least, component number 4 is coordination and integration of federal, state, and local services. In this component, we really want schools to zone in on those programs such as violence prevention programs, nutrition programs, adult education programs, career and technical education programs. In doing so, data points to consider when developing component number 4 is what are the available resources our school has in terms of their federal, state, and local programs, as well as how can they maximize these resources to help the school address student achievement. So as you've heard, there are 4 components in writing a Title I component plan in order to show how schools are successfully creating, developing, monitoring a Title I program. Thank you.